is tied up with something right now. She will be here about 5 or 7 minutes, but I've been told I should start, and she will. I'll catch her up when she gets here. How many of you guys have gone to, guest panels before where they answer questions about their career and the advice they give to people like that? These guys do it so much. As much as I'm sure they love to impart their wisdom and their experiences on everybody else, the questions, I've been doing conventions for 12 years, and they get to ask these questions day in and day out, every single convention. I like to talk to these guys and try and find out who they actually are outside of the studio. The things that they've done, what their life is really like when they're not being other people.
Are you sure you want to know?
I've yet to regret it, and I've done this a couple of times.
You should have come to the After Dark panel last
You
time.
want to learn a lot about
I was running my own last time. So this panel is pretty much going to ask questions like that. I've got a list of questions here. If there's enough time at the end, you guys can ask those types of questions on your own. You'll hear the types of things I'm going to do, and I'm sure it will spur some ideas in your own heads. So I've done this event so many times, it's actually getting difficult to come up with questions I haven't used before. I can't remember how many times I've asked these guys what their favorite pizza toppings are. So I'm going to start with this one, and all the future times I also do this at Anime Next. Given our proximity to Thanksgiving, I figured a holiday edition would be in order. So I'll start with some holiday-themed questions, but right now, I'm sure all of you know who they are, but for formality's sake, why don't my lovely guests here introduce themselves to the audience so we can be certain that they know. We'll start with Mr. Tate.
Hi everyone, I'm J. Michael Tatum. Thank you. I'm a voice actor, also an adaptive writer. Yes. And also an adaptive script writer and sometime director for Funimation Entertainment out of Texas. So, hello.
I'm Tony Oliver. I'm a voice actor and a director and a writer and sometimes producer, and I work out of Los Angeles on lots of different stuff.
I'm Trina Nishimura. I'm a voice actor and a kitty. I'm Monica Rial, and I'm not really 5 years old.
I've been introducing Monica for years at various conventions, and her voice has become more and more adorable every single time I hear her.
You're so sweet.
One of the first times, I'm going to continue to interrupt you.
Yes.
The first time I had the opportunity to introduce Monica Rial, one of the DVD producers from AD Vision, David Williams, said, "Oh yeah, she's my favorite." Oh, what did he say? Why don't you introduce yourself, and I'll come up with it. My favorite spastic retard.
It's okay. It's a term of endearment. That's what I tell myself.
She's
Term of endearment.
Therapeutic, yes. I'm beautiful on the inside.
Self-soothe.
I'm not going to interrupt you this time.
Except, wait. So
I
apparently,
promise, I'm really not.
I'm Vic Mignogna.
If you're Vic Mignogna, we're going to have to wait at least another 20 minutes for the rest of your ego to get in the door.
Not nice.
Here's a can of worms. Open for the world to see. So at this convention, I'm apparently Michael Solusad, or Micah Solsad, but my real name is Micah Solusad, and I do voice acting.
Oh.
Artist. True story. I love that thing that you drew of me in the suit. That was really cute. I really like it. It wasn't dirty or anything.
All right, so I'm going to start from early in the year and work, of course, my way to the festive holidays in December and such. So here's a good one to start. As far as Valentine's Day is concerned, do you guys consider it a celebration for couples or a corporate holiday?
Micah?
Oh. I thought we'd start over there, with the awesome.
The awesome.
Forgot what his name was.
Micah.
He has nice hair. It's a 9.
Wendy's not here yet. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's a second can of worms.
I'm bringing the room down. I'll leave.
I'm probably not going to survive to the end of this panel. I've just come to accept this.
It's okay. We love you, kind of. I forgot the question.
Valentine's Day, celebration for couples or a corporate holiday?
Well, since I'm in a relationship now, I think of it as, you know, a couple's thing. But when I was single, I totally hated it.
Oh,
It was corporate all the way. But you know, it's amazing how your mind changes.
Damn cat.
Like that.
Yes.
I think it's corporate. It's corporate. Stop it. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl. We go out on Valentine's Day because you feel obligated to, but we like to think of it as like you should be doing that regularly. Yeah. You should buy your flowers regularly. You should go out to dinner together. Yeah.
Why should he need an excuse?
Right.
You know, there is in Japan White Day. So, hear me out. So Valentine's Day, the girl does something for the guy, like gives him chocolate or something, and then there's 1 month later, White Day, the guy does something 10 times better than what she gave him, like takes her on a vacation or something like that. You know, they got it. They got it. So.
It's like chocolates here, a cruise.
I like that deal.
So it'll make you guys happy and make us guys be like, my wallet.
I think Valentine's Day is awesome. I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays. I like getting flowers, and I like getting dressed up, and then I like staying in. So that's what I do on Valentine's Day. I make dinner and we stay in. I think it's cute.
Aww.
But I still wear a cute dress because you should do that all the time. Yeah.
Even those three?
Huh? Should they wear cute dresses? Listen, what they do on their own time, none of my business.
It's kind of a corporate holiday.
Aw.
Wait a minute. That becomes a couple's
Okay.
thing if there's that kind of a relationship. Do you see what I'm saying?
So politically correct.
Thank you, yes.
That was well done.
Thank you.
I think it's bullshit. I'm a very cynical person. Surprise, surprise. So I don't. It's kind of. I'm the same way even about my birthday. If someone like gets me a card on my birthday, I'm like, oh, wonderful! You did this because you had to. It means nothing now. I know, right? But it's like on Valentine's Day, everyone's like, oh, you have to do this or you're not a good lover. Blah blah blah. I'm like, you have no idea how good my lover is. Don't you tell me when I should give my boyfriend a card. And plus, it's like I can never pick a card because they're all so cheesy. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I can't do that. So I like doing impromptu things that most of us would do on Valentine's. I like to do them whenever,
When they least
when
expect
it's a
it.
surprise. Exactly. I recommend that everyone screw with the holiday a little bit and do what I do on Valentine's Day: get dressed up and go trick or treating. You know, people have candy in their house.
I was never quite that original. My friends and I, when I was in high school, we'd go through this condo complex. Well, you know, they're sort of cheap on the. I mean, for people who live so lavishly, they're sort of cheap on the candies. So how can we spice it up a bit? How can we make ourselves stand out? So we would just go knock on the door when they open up. Happy New Year! And it worked every time. Nice. All right, 4th of July. Where's your favorite place to watch fireworks? And I mean the literal, not the facetious.
Oh.
Where I can see them.
Wow, original.
I'm short, okay? It's hard to see when they're
has to get
being
a
blocked by
cherry
trees
picker.
and things.
Or people like me standing in front of you.
Yes. People like you.
People like me.
My favorite place to see fireworks doesn't really have anything to do with the 4th of July. But when you go to Spain, where my family's from, they don't have weird, silly laws about, fire codes and things like that. So the fireworks are closer to you. So not only are they like right in front of you, but there's also that danger of being horribly burned. So you're like, this is exciting. That's my favorite place to watch. My favorite place to watch 4th of July fireworks is at the ballpark at Arlington, because every single year the Rangers play a game on the 4th of July, and they have the best fireworks. I get to eat a turkey leg and a giant pretzel and a funnel cake, and then I also get to have some churros and nachos.
And she still weighs only 50 pounds.
and a bacon wrapped hot dog. So good! I love the 4th of July!
So does your doctor.
I've never seen 4th of July fireworks in the same place twice. So every time it goes, but they do it right in the community where I live. They do it right off the top of the mall in the center of town. Everybody kind of sits out on the sidewalk in chairs, and I have some friends who work for the city, so we get really close. So they're like falling on you. Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
Well, we made the bright idea to go out in traffic when there's 3 metros down. Sorry.
You didn't miss much.
I didn't. Good. Hi, friends. I haven't even seen you guys.
How's it going?
Hi, okay.
I think everybody knows Miss Wendy Lee.
Hello.
Thank you.
Long story short, this is a question and answer session with very unusual questions.
And I
Right
missed
now
him
they're
already.
working on, I've asked them whether 4th of July or not, what's your favorite place to watch fireworks? And Mr. Oliver just finished telling us that he changes his location every year, so it's different every time. Now we're getting to Mr. Tatum.
Okay.
I like fireworks, especially when I'm setting them off, which unfortunately doesn't happen very often because in Texas everything is like dead and dry and there's never any rain because it's slowly becoming a desert. So like no fireworks, okay. But luckily I live in a place where, especially on the 4th of July, you can watch fireworks you can see them from our backyard from like 8, 9 different locations because there's the ballpark where Trina is slowly killing herself. And
Deliciously.
there's the place over here. And so it's wonderful. But I really want to see, I want to go to England and celebrate 4th of July. But it's not a very big holiday there. For some reason, I don't know what.
You see the laughter starting to develop through the crowd so everybody remembers their history lessons. It's funny.
They get really mad at you if you just wish happy Independence Day to people on the street there. They're like, oh, bloody Colonia.
My turn?
Of course.
Well, ironically, 4th of July turns into a very big celebration for us now because the home that we live in is up in the crest of the Angeles Forest near Los Angeles, and we're at almost a 3,000-foot elevation. And for as far as you can see, there's a whole just blanket of fireworks happening all around us in our valley. So we always have our family over, and it's a big celebration, and it's just something I really look forward to each year. So I always have all the groovy glow sticks, and we have our sparklers, and our illegal fireworks, and no, actually we're really careful about it. But yeah, it's a huge celebration each year. So interesting question.
It's very cool.
All right, let's move on to Halloween. I've got 2 questions. for this one. Growing up, what was your favorite Halloween costume? And they all say, oh, we never went out for Halloween.
Oh, and I did.
Let's start over there.
What was the question again?
What was your favorite Halloween costume growing up?
Oh, God.
I'm an ancient Egypt freak. So Cleo, like it's on my Facebook right now. Those are my favorite costumes. But Tony knows that on Halloween I generally show up as somebody different, and I usually am a brunette. So it's my brunette wig that I bust out for Halloween. Let's see.
She came to a recording session this year that way.
So nobody recognizes me, kind of. But 2 Halloweens ago, I was an Obama girl. And I had my little brown wig and my knee socks and pumps and my little short skirt, kind of anime influenced. And I floated about, saying, "Go Obama."